Cycling in the UK is changing for many riders. Loads of us are subbing some, if not most, of our road rides for gravel and mountain biking. And this trend is having some brilliant impacts on bike design. I've come all the way up to Newcastle to go for a ride with one rider that has been embracing the change. Francis Cade is a Wilier ambassador and YouTuber with a following that I count myself among. Francis, welcome to road.cc. We're under a tree because it is. I've come to the north and it is raining. Let's not get too bogged down with bad weather. Can you give us a bit of history about where you come from within cycling?
Yeah, so I got into cycling, road cycling properly when I was about 17. Met a guy who was in my college and he was racing at the time, and for the next 3 years road cycling was life. You very quickly get sucked in and obsessed with it. So raced for a few years, did all right, got to elite level here in the UK and really enjoyed my time, and then I've just been riding ever since, really. And
so Francis has a pretty big YouTube following now. How did you even get started with it? It's blown up. How did it start?
So I actually started making videos not about cycling at all.
Really?
And I was just enjoying learning the process of filmmaking and just creating cool stuff. And eventually I realized that making videos about something that I already had a passion for, like cycling, was the perfect thing. So I started riding with cameras in my pocket while I was on my bike rides and figured out the best way to film with them. Started putting it on YouTube and it got some attention, and that was really exciting, so I just carried on with it.
So for many years you were the classic kind of cycling YouTuber, living that London life, but now you're in Newcastle. Why the shift up here?
Well, the riding's a bit better.
It's really nice up here.
Yeah, really good. There's everything you need up here in terms of riding. I think it's a lot of people haven't discovered how good the riding is. You've got brilliant roads, some of the best in the UK.
Yep.
You've got a huge network of gravel tracks that go all around like Newcastle and the surrounding area. I can ride from my house into Newcastle, which is quite a long way, all on gravel track. And then the mountain bike trails are amazing.
I have to say that I do love the road bikes now, because if I compare them to how they were, say, 5 to 10 years ago, now everything looks so sleek because of the integration. I really do like the disc brakes. I know some in the comments won't, but I know. I love the disc brakes. I love the electronic gears, the integration. Everything looks slick, but we are getting a hell of a lot of technological improvements from the gravel and mountain bike side. Do you think that kind of the technology that's going into gravel bikes especially is making the riding much more fun?
Absolutely. I think there's a huge crossover of technology from the road going into gravel bikes now. The Rave that we'll both ride today has integrated cockpit. It's a stiff, aggressive geometry frame with enough clearance for gravel tyres, so you can ride it in sort of two different ways, with road tyres or with gravel tyres, and you're still going to have a really good time. So it's the versatility. You can still ride these bikes and have a great time on the road, but if you see a gravel track by the side of the road and you're wondering what's down it, you can go and do that detour. So it's the versatility is the thing that's so great.
Fabulous. But you've been quite surprised at how capable what is a cross-country bike is for the riding round here.
So yeah, cross-country for me was the next step past gravel, and I had in my head that, I'll get a cross-country bike, I'm going to give this a go, it'll be gravel plus a bit more. That's not the case. Cross-country mountain biking is definitely mountain biking. You're able to ride big rock gardens, drops, you can jump on it, you can do all sorts of stuff, and it really has been a huge learning curve, but a great time.
Again, you see the pro races these days, the kind of features and technical sections that they're riding, if you compare that to the stuff that they were riding, or the courses of 10 years ago, it just shows how much the bikes have progressed, that they can actually, even get down them, but race them at race speeds. Some of it is terrifying.
Absolutely. I think that as suspension gets better, the strength of the frames gets better, the weight of the bikes improves. So now you're seeing cross-country bikes, which, you know, they're always trying to save weight in places around the frame and the build. But now the components are so good, you can ride some really rough stuff.
Yeah, shame that my skills haven't grown with the bike tech, because now I just scare myself even more. You have been known to go on some, well, I'm sure your loved ones would say stupid, everyone else would say epic and brilliant fun routes. How do you actually come up with the routes for your epic trips?
Take the bike out of the equation,
Okay,
places that you want to go to anyway,
yeah.
and then see if you can ride a bike there is pretty much the idea.
Is beer at all involved in the decision making?
Not usually in the decision making process,
okay.
but definitely once we get there.
Yeah.
Because riding bikes all day makes you thirsty,
Yes,
doesn't it?
it does, and you need to keep hydrated.
Exactly.
We know this. Okay, so what's your next big adventure?
I don't know if I can actually say it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, can you give us a clue by telling us what bike you're taking?
I will definitely be taking the Rave
Okay.
for the versatility. Because
Yeah.
it's fast, it's comfortable. I've got a bike fit on it, so it fits right.
Yeah.
And it leaves you with options. And I think that's what you want. You want a versatile bike when
Yeah.
you're away.
Okay, so you're gonna go on your adventure with your gravel bike, but what's the bike in the background?
So that is the Ultra SLR,
Yeah.
which is Wilier's top-end cross-country bike. I've done most of my cross-country riding on this bike, so
Yeah.
it's been the bike that I've learned all the skills on.
Okay. So you're getting proper comfortable on it now?
Yeah, I'd say it's taken me 6 months, but I've now reached the point where I can start attempting jumps, start going a little bit faster.
Oh dear.
And yeah, if I do have a crash, it's going to be a bad one, I think. But
Yeah.
it's been so fun. It's
Really?
so fun, yeah.
And speaking of going fast, got your road bike here. Very tasty paint job on this. What's this bike?
So that's a Zero SLR with a custom Infinitamente.
Ooh,
How's my Italian pronunciation there?
I don't speak Italian, but it sounded good.
So yeah, it's blue
It is.
with a black fork and
Yeah.
black rear chainstays.
Very nice.
Thank you very much. Which I got to choose. Like that on their website, you can actually like customize the colours and everything.
So you can, if I wanted that, I could buy
Yeah,
it.
you can do exactly that. It's got some sparkly bits in the paint job as well.
Yeah, I know. I saw them. I'm a sucker for sparkles.
And the Zero SLR is basically their top end, light but also slightly aero racing bike.
So your fast rides are catered for by the Zero. You've got your mountain bike. Where does that leave the gravel bike in terms of your riding? What have you been doing with that?
I'll be honest, this has been doing some fast rides as well. What they've
Okay.
done with the Rave is create an aggressive geometry frame.
Yeah.
Like it is a racing frame still,
Yeah.
but with enough clearance for gravel tyres. So it's a really responsive bike. If you have it set up like as an all-road setup, so with road tyres on it, you're gonna have a feeling like you're on a road bike. It's gonna be fast, it's gonna be responsive. But yeah, the way I've got it set up at the moment is some quite skinny but knobbly cyclocross tyres.
Oh,
And
good.
it's kind of the best of both worlds. So when you're on the road, they still roll fast. And at this time of year, when you're in the mud,
Yeah.
it performs pretty well.
Yeah, I do like a very skinny 33 tyre. Have you got just a separate set of road wheels, or are you swapping tyres?
Yeah, I have a separate set of road wheels.
Oh, that's
just for
good.
that. So if you're going to have
Yeah.
one bike,
I was going to say,
I'd say that's the one.
Yeah, if you're going to do like one bike for all your riding, you can get away with a gravel bike and then put some road wheels on it. can't you?
Absolutely. I think times have changed and the aggressive gravel bikes, if you're into your road racing before, that might be the best option for you to dip your toe into the off-road world before you end up spending more money on a real nice mountain bike.
Whoa. The weather's closing in on us a bit, so I think it's time we went home. Which bike has been your favourite? There have been some lovely Wiliers on display today. I have to say, I'm quite jealous of you having 3 to choose from. Which one are you picking?